All right, y'all, we have a big day ahead of us, and I want to take you along with me. First on today's docket, we're gonna go get some gas, fun. And then after that, we're gonna be meeting Kevin at Nine Realms Gym in Caldwell. And then after the lift, we're gonna be heading to Die Tryin Co's headquarters in Boise to put a couple logos on my tri-suit and my race day hat. And then to cap off the afternoon, we're gonna be heading to Kris Gethin's house in Boise. He just got back from the UK, and I guess he grabbed a couple energy drinks for me to try that isn't in the US. So make sure to stick around for that as well. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite protein bar in any, and enjoy the vlog. Let's go. All right, so we just got here to Nine Realms, waiting for just a minute for Kevin to get here. So it's a perfect time to mix up the pre. I know you guys saw me crack an energy drink before, so before you guys get on me about my caffeine intake, we're actually taking a non-caffeinated pre-workout. So I've actually used these pre-workouts for most of my Ironman prep. BH2K and Dissident from Unmatched. It's fueled with infinity paraxanthine, so it gives me that like locked-in focus that I'm looking for, but it doesn't raise my heart rate or blood pressure. And then of course it gives you great focus ingredients like cognizin, cognitique, really good pump with L-citrulline, arginine nitrate, pine bark, and 3D pump breakthrough. Now usually people take one or the other, but Kris Gethin, the owner, was telling me that during his leg days or really big workouts, he would stack them together. And I've actually really enjoyed the combo. And the blood orange lime is my go-to flavor. Kevin has arrived. We're about to give Kevin the pre-workout options. We got caffeine, paraxanthine, or just straight up pump and focus. I think he's gonna go with the caffeine, but he may surprise us. Drop a comment what you think he's gonna do. Caffeinated, we got just straight up pump, with some beta alanine focus, or infinity paraxanthine, which is a metabolite of caffeine, but it doesn't like feel like caffeine. It just gives you like the focus, clear-headedness of caffeine without like raising your heart rate or blood pressure.
So I love beta alanine.
Okay, so if you love beta alanine, then you could stack these together and get a fat dose of it. No caffeine, but paraxanthine. Well, this is beta alanine as well.
Because would you agree if I don't think the caffeine messes me up. I think it's gonna take too much beta alanine, right?
It depends on the person, dude.
Let's do half and half.
Half and half?
Would that work?
Oh, I thought you'd pick the caffeine. He's going half and half. Yeah, go for it, bro.
So I used to think that I love caffeine, but it was like I love feeling those spidey senses. So for me, it's the beta alanine.
The beta alanine gives you spidey senses?
Yeah, dude.
All right, so we're going to be hitting an upper body day. I like to do a little more like shoulder, chest focus. Maybe we'll hit a little bit of back. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna start with one of my favorite pieces in the Nine Realms gym, and it's this Arsenal strength shoulder press. You can adjust the height here, which is what Kevin is doing right now, but you can actually do either single arm or you can do both. I forgot about that too, and you can actually switch how the handle is and what angle you're gonna have it at. So this is really versatile. That's honestly one of the reasons why I like this gym so much, because it's a lot of Arsenal, and Arsenal just makes incredible workout equipment. Kevin is just dialing this in right now.
Look at that.
Like all my shoulders and elbows popping right now.
So I feel that.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old and it stinks, but can't stop it, man. Can't stop it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was just telling Kevin that this Arsenal lateral raise, honestly, probably one of my favorite pieces, period. Like the Arsenal strength press, one of my favorite pieces here specifically. This piece across any gym, no matter where I'm kind of visiting, if I'm traveling or if I'm at home, this is like one of my favorite pieces. Like this one just moves so smooth, and there's nothing better than a shoulder pump, to be honest with you.
Nice.
We start doing more So I really like to have it. I love that house. I just made it forever, but I love it. It's like
Alright, so I found it. I'm gonna share this with you guys too because I think this is super important. Me and Kevin were talking about like being content and always wanting more, and that's what the world really wants. And I did a video in May from Proverbs 17.1, and it says, "Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife." And we're just talking about how we always want more, but with more businesses, more money, that kind of stuff, there's more stress. There's more things you got to worry about. And this verse is pretty much just saying like it's better to have everything that you need, all the essentials, and have peace in your home rather than have all these things, all this money you got to worry about, all these businesses, all these people, all these things you got to worry about. And then you're stressed and you can't even enjoy the life that God gave you. So that's just wild that we were talking about that, because when I first read that verse, that hit me like a freight train, because me and Kevin are both similar in the sense of like we're go-getters. We're in the fitness industry. That's what you're kind of surrounded by. It's people who always want to be better the next workout. How do you level up each and every day in some capacity? Which is great, which is super healthy, and you do want to have that, because being content and not having a drive isn't good. But the other end of it is it's not healthy to never be satisfied and never be content, because I mean, God gives us so much, and I think we get so caught up in like those small things that we forget. Like, we have clean water, and we have the money for a gym membership, and we have the capability and freedoms to speak how we want in the country that, has these freedoms that a lot of places don't. But we're so focused on, do we got to do more? We're not doing enough. This guy has more money. This guy has more businesses. This guy has a bigger house, that we get so lost in it. So for you guys listening, Proverbs 17.1, that's a really, really great verse for remembering God gives us all the essentials for what we need. It's okay to be at peace with that. Definitely want to aim for more in ways, but you got to find a healthy boundary for that.
there comes a point, where you ask yourself, like, because don't confuse this with like be content and don't aim for more. It's like we talked about, like we want to aim for more, but you also want to be at peace and happy with what you have. And a lot of times that comparison of what other people have, especially in the fitness industry, we're surrounded by tons of people like Christian Guzman's, Max Tunings, that they're just crushing it in life, and they have amazing houses and everything else. But I mean, here we are on a Thursday. We're about to go to another place, and we don't have to worry about time. We don't have to worry about clocking in. So it's like, for us, it's like, sure, do we want the pool and the mansions? Yes, but I think this is where the Bible explains, like, it's better to be at peace right now, because right now we don't have any stressing or stressors. We don't have anything. We're happy. We can go home, do our thing whenever we want, and versus if I was to opt out and get 5 more gyms and do different things, like, sure, dude, you're gonna strive for more, but your stress can be up, less time with family, this and that. So again, not saying to not aim for more, always do it, but there's gonna come a point in your life where it's like, what are you sacrificing, right? And sometimes if you're sacrificing peace, is it worth it?
There's a few weeks ago, I was talking to a couple people that are kind of around our same age group, and they're talking about like going through job transitions and what they want to do. And like, I want to do this job, but then I have to work weekends, or I have to work through the week and I'm pulling like 12-hour days. And I'm just sitting there, and after I looked at my wife and I'm like, I take for granted what I get to do so often. Like, you're right, it's a Thursday. I don't have to go and work. I don't have to go do these things. Like, I'm doing this stuff because I want to. I get to film a workout with one of my best friends because I want to. I get to go put some logos on a triathlon suit that I want to do. Like, none of this stuff is required. And there's a lot of people in our age group and even older than us who are clocking into a 9-to-5 with a boss they hate, doing something that they don't like doing. And I'm just get so selfish and prideful about stuff. I'm like, dude, why do I have to, or why do I put myself through some of these longer days? Why am I putting myself through some of these hard workouts? Why am I putting myself through a hard prep? Well, it's because I made a decision a long time ago that I'm going to make myself do the hard things on my own merit, so that I have the freedom to choose what hard things I do get to do, rather than have someone tell me I have to do hard things I hate doing and that I don't want to do and my heart's not in. So if you're in that position in life, this is, I think, a really good opportunity for you to look at yourself and ask yourself, are you actually doing something you like doing? Or are you doing something that is making someone else's dreams come to fruition? And don't get that confused with, are you doing something that's easy? Because whether you like it or not, it's going to be hard. Whether you decide you want to do a hard prep or you're going to a 9-to-5 you hate, both of those are hard. But one hard you get to choose and put yourself through, and one you're doing it for someone else, for a corporation in some cases that isn't going to know your name the whole time you're working there, or you work there for 30 years, they know your name, and then they rehire you as soon as you're gone. So that's how I've always looked at it. And it's a reminder, and this is why I'm putting in the video too. This is a reminder for my future self, like, dude, keep going. You put yourself in this position for a reason. Not even myself. God put myself in this position, gave me the opportunity to do this. So be grateful for it. We have healthy bodies to work out. We have healthy minds to problem solve, to figure things out in ways that other people just don't have the opportunity to do that for. That was kind of a rant, but
No, that was good, dude. I think I don't know if it's a quote, but what came to my mind was, it's like, choose the hard before the hard chooses you. What I mean by that, the easiest way I can think about it, it's like, the person that's overweight, unhealthy, doesn't take for themselves. They're choosing the easy path, but the hard's going to choose them once they have those medical problems, the unhealthiness, dying young, versus you choosing the hard, working out, staying disciplined, doing the triathlon, doing stuff.
Yep.
Then by that time, you can choose what hard you want to do, right? Versus like, you'll never, for the most part, face any like things you weren't prepared for, or like unexpected medical bills because you were unhealthy, or not having enough financial stress because you were lazy and chose to take the day off, kind of deal, right? So it's like, choose it hard before the hard chooses you down the line. I think that's exactly what you're saying. So
I even had a moment yesterday where when you do those things, then your habits start to change, and how you cope with when things get hard, how do you deal with it? Yesterday, admittedly, was kind of a rough day for various reasons I'm not going to go into, but when the end of the day came, instead of drowning in self-pity or being just super upset and going and eating out or drinking or smoking or whatever, I went and did an hour bike ride in my garage, getting me one step closer to the triathlon I'm aiming for. But also, that was like a moment for me to clear my head. And I know that when I get into a workout, whether it's on the bike, in the pool, on a run, in the gym, that's time for me to physically get out the stress or the anger, whatever I'm dealing with, out in a healthy way. But it is a moment for me to like clearly think and be like, okay, what problem am I dealing with, and how do I come up with a solution, rather than I'm just gonna smoke, I'm just gonna drink, I'm just gonna eat some bad food and forget about it and numb myself. So there's a lot of benefits to building these habits, and you don't have to go ride a bike for an hour. You don't have to go hit an hour and a half workout in the gym. Like, truthfully, if you're just getting started, go for a 10-minute walk, go for a 30-minute walk. Have a protein shake and a protein bar rather than going to McDonald's. Like, little things like that, if you just stack those wins, you'll find over time there will be a day where you're like, man, I never really want to touch that stuff again, because I know what the alternative is, and how I feel now is so much better, and the way that I'm coping with things is so much better, and problems just don't have the same weight as they used to.
dude, I want to piggyback off you before you.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Alex Hormozi says that he's like, you don't have problems, you just have more work to do. And you touched it on in the sense of like, when you choose hard and you do that, you said it, your perspective of what a problem is changes. Mm-hmm. Therefore, instead of running to like the drugs and everything else, you don't perceive those things as problems. I just got to put in the more work, and as time goes by, you realize like those weren't really problems. I got to put more work. Like he says it in the video, it's like a problem is losing your wife to a wreck. That's a problem. But you not having enough finances, you just got to put in more work, right? Or like I don't know what another thing. It's like you getting yelled at a I don't even know a different like example, but essentially like you have to cut some of this out, but yeah, essentially yeah, like what we assume is a problem is not a problem. It's just, again, I'm repeating it, but like it's just more work you have to do. There's problems in life, and there's things that are traumatic and can cause real mental health issues, but a lot of times what we deal with, it's not problems. It's just like we just got to put in more work, more time, more effort, learn something different so we can conquer it. And so yeah, so choose the hard in that sense.
Well said, man. Well said. Hope you guys got some value from that. That was definitely a little impromptu, but yeah, now we are right at the time where we need to kind of be bouncing out of here. We're going to be heading to Die Tryin headquarters. We're going to be putting some Beyond Barbell, Die Tryin, and PricePlow logos, it sounds like, onto some race day gear. Just some of the supporters that have helped me out through this race. And yeah, I'm excited to show you guys that. So we're going to bounce out, and we'll see you guys at DTC. All right, before we head to Die Tryin, we of course got to crack an any. So we brought some Ennies. Would you like bubblegum or 7-Up?
I'm gonna do 7-Up, dude. I love this one.
I knew it. Kevin loves his 7-Up Annie, baby. That's good because this is my favorite, so it works out.
Ever since you gave it to me, dude, I go to the store every
It's the bomb,
day.
dude.
It's just so
All right, dude. Well, we'll see you over at Die Tryin. You want to crack this thing now, or do you want to wait?
Let's do it now.
Good stuff, man. All right, we'll see you guys in Boise here in a sec. We are here. Kevin unfortunately took a little bit of a wrong turn, so he'll be here soon. But let's go inside. We'll say hi and see what's going on. What's up?
There he is.
Hey,
how you doing, bro?
Boom.
Let me put it on and see where it stretches and what would work. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe throw it on so I can see how it stretches.
Okay.
What's up, man?
How you doing? Good, man. How are you? Good.
The collaboration on the vlog that we've been waiting for.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Or the other thing too, like if you did.
All right, so we're putting the tri-suit on here, and we're gonna see how this fits. We're gonna see where the logos fit best here, and make the best damn looking tri-suit that we possibly can. This is for some of my biggest supporters throughout the prep: Die Tryin, PricePlow, and Beyond Barbell.
Put it on the legs, it'd probably be I wouldn't want to do it up higher.
White, that's a black background, and then there's text only too.
We could do, yeah, so we did square, so we could do it with the words or however you want it.
All right, so we got the design plans for the tri-suit. All the stuff to do is leave it here. We'll come grab it sometime next week, and we'll have a finished product. Can't wait to show you guys what the final designs are gonna look like. I think it's gonna be sick. So make sure and follow so you don't miss it. We're about 3 weeks away from race day. I can't believe it. Let's go.
Let's have your prediction. Who do you have in the World Cup finals?
That's crazy. Simpsons say Portugal and Mexico. Right? So Simpsons are notorious for predicting the future. Called 9/11. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah. Did you not know that? Have you not heard about all that?
No.
Yeah, predicting everything? Yeah. Simpsons predict everything. So they're predicting that Mexico's winning?
Yeah, Mexico and Portugal.
Oh shit. Alright.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Simpsons prediction.
All right.
Mexico and Portugal.
All right, man.
Alright.
All right, so we just finished up at Die Tryin. We dropped off our tri-suit, our race day hat. We're gonna get the logos on there. Seriously, guys, I can't wait to show. Whoa! Holy crap! Sorry about that. Can't wait to show you guys what that is gonna look like in the final product. Show you as soon as that happens. But we are headed to our last stop of the day, which is gonna be at Kris Gethin's home. He brought some energy drinks from the UK that we get to review. I'll show you guys those in here in a little bit. We got about a 20-minute drive, so I brought a little protein drink. We're gonna sip on this, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit. All right, we just got to Chris's house. I'm gonna see if I use her microwave too. Another person. Another people.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
I have gifts
Thank you.
All the way from a Heatwave UK.
400 milligrams of caffeine.
One of them was. I can't remember which one it was. And then I don't even know what that says.
Looks like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, something Lamborghini. So surely that can't be their flavor, can it?
No, I
Their
can't.
product. I actually thought of getting this as a tattoo years ago. This has been out for years and years in the UK, and I thought Relentless, that'd be pretty cool.
That
tattoo.
is cool.
It's cool text.
Nice, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And then you've got this one.
Monster. All right.
Yeah, so that's, you know, Valentino Rossi,
I
the
don't.
motorcycle rider.
Uh-uh.
So he's like the top motorcycle rider. So I guess that has been made after him.
My guy.
So there
Thank
go.
you.
Of course, my man.
All right, y'all. Successful mission. We got heated up food, some clean eats. We are having, what is this? Honey barbecue chicken bites. 8 grams of fat, 23 grams of protein, 63 grams of carbs. Gonna be some good fuel for a workout. And I did have this protein shake with 25 grams of protein. So overall, as a meal, 8 grams of fat, 48 grams of protein and 63 grams of carbs, right where I want it to be. Now, as you guys saw, I'll show you the cans again. Oh, he got them ice cold too. This is my guy. We got Relentless energy drink. Interesting. Conino Lamborghini energy drink. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Didn't know if that was even legal to have an energy drink and be a Lamborghini. You got Sneak Energy Tropicilla. This is the one, I think it has 400 milligrams. Yeah, 400 milligrams of caffeine. Oh my gosh. And we got a Monster Any from the UK. This is some collaboration. Rossi, I forgot his first name already. Apparently he's like one of the best motocross riders in the world. I don't follow that industry or that world, but Kris does. He knows the man, and it's worth it. So I will be doing reviews on those soon. Now we're gonna head home. I'm gonna munch on this and continue with the rest of the day. Every freaking time, I don't know how I do it, but I spill every time, dude. Grab the hot sauce, squirt it all over me on my white shorts. I am quite literally the worst person to like wearing white things. I spill every time. Drinks, sauces, food. Ridiculous. I'm a little irked, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so I just got home. We're gonna get changed and we're gonna actually go do a track run workout. But before I do that, since we're kind of on the topic on this video of some race day gear, you guys saw my tri-suit, you saw the white on running cap that I'm gonna be wearing. Forgot to show you the race day shoes that I'm gonna be wearing, and I'm actually wearing them right now, just gonna get a feel for them. Not gonna wear them for this workout, but just been wearing them today. Let me show you. Boom. So these are called, I believe, the light spray from On Running. And you're seeing that right. There is no laces here. This is the ankle sock I'm gonna be wearing, or it's like a mid sock. I don't know. This is like the perfect sock length that I like. It's not the crew, so it's like not all the way up to, whoa, right there. But it's not an ankle sock. So it's kind of that nice right in the middle. I like it. But as for the shoes, I saw, what's his name? Christian Bloom something. He's like one of the best Ironman triathletes in the world. And this is who he's sponsored by. I saw a video of him running in these, so I'm like, I'm going to check these out. And I really dig them. I think it's super cool. It's a super cool idea that you can just slip them on. And they fit really well. I feel like they're going to be great for a nice distance run. I'm going to actually take him out for a spin. I know it might sound crazy to have these. Haven't even worn for a run yet, but feel great walking in. I will take him for a spin on a little bit longer of a run, but today's going to be more of a tempo workout, so I'm going to wear my Saucony carbon plated shoes. But yeah, I am absolutely loving these. They are such a unique look, and if you guys know me, I like the unique looking stuff. And huge shout out to PricePlow for actually helping me get into these shoes. It's been such an expensive prep, so I asked if they'd be willing to help out with some of the costs when it came to some of this final race day gear. The shoes, the bottles I am actually using now. I bought 3 of these. I love the BPN water bottles, great size. I like their collaboration with Hydro Pack. So I needed a couple more of these since I broke a few during the prep. Needed a few for race day. And there's one more thing. Oh, and the hat. So they helped me get the hat, these shoes, and those water bottles. So those are some of the final kind of race day gear things I was looking for. Again, huge shout out to PricePlow, Mike, Ben, the whole team. They've been so supportive of me up to this point. and it's an awesome team that I get to work with. So that's kind of it as for the actual race day gear though. I got to get a couple things done really quick, kind of put in motion editing wise, but I'm going to go get changed I've obviously had a lot of caffeine. I'm going to get changed and then we will head to the track. I'll see you there. All right, so the second school I went to was a no-go as well. The fences were too high to hop. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a short guy. It just wasn't gonna happen. So third time's a charm. We are here at a middle school that's closer to me, and this one was actually open, so works out. Needless to say, I am ready to get this workout rolling. We've got our fuel, some ice cold water, some canes to throw on after the workout. Woo! All right, how's the last of the 800 sets? Everything hurts. I'm fighting cramps so bad. So before I hit this recovery jog, I'm gonna get some electrolytes and carbs in me. That pushed me though. That was tough. We're not done yet though. Always moving forward. All right, we just finished our last 4x200 and I'm dying. That was freaking hard. No sugarcoating it. That sucked. But we did it. We got 1% better today. Now we're gonna finish off with a 1 mile jog, loosen out, do a little stretching, and we'll go home and eat. Whew. This is one of those workouts where it really tests more so your mental and physical. I mean, you test physical a lot, but a lot of mental. Woo! Alrighty, that is a wrap on a 1 hour and 6 minute run. We totaled 7.37 miles. Average pace was 8:57 a mile. 30 laps, average about 285 watts. I definitely don't know if that's accurate, but average heart rate was 171 beats per minute. It was intense. A lot of the time I was looking at my watch, I was at like 190 or high 180s. Usually not in that heart rate range, but definitely need to be working on that more. I've been really focusing on the beginning of this prep was honestly just making myself get to certain distances, 5 miles and 10 miles, then 15 miles to just overtrain at that point so that the half marathon will feel a little bit easier when it comes race day. But I really neglected like the tempo styled runs. It's like the average pace, it's showing, you know, 8:59 or 8:57 per mile. But when I was actually doing like the middle of the workout, I was more so hitting like 750, 805 type miles, which I think is a little more accurate because this 857 is with my warm-up included, with my cool down included, where I'm not really pushing it. So overall, let's just say it was about an 8-minute average mile, which is exactly where I would like to be. And that's a pace that I'd like to get consistently and build off that, because I want to be like the guys who are running, you know, 7:30 miles, 7-minute miles, 6:30, like really get into that range eventually. But that's not going to happen until I work on the fundamentals more. I master the 8-minute mile, and then I master the 7. Like, that's just how it goes with fitness. It doesn't happen overnight. I want it to, but that's what the internet does. It makes us see all these elite athletes and makes us think that we could do that overnight, but it takes years and you got to be patient with it. And I'm excited with just the progress I've made over this Ironman prep. I can't wait to see what my progress is going to look like when I stack that after this race. going back into like some strength training. There's a couple things I want to incorporate that I think are going to be super helpful, especially when it comes to the swim, the bike, and the run. Really work on more power output, pushing more watts, and a lot of zone 2 as well. I really neglected that part of running as well. So when this off season does come, there will be a lot more zone 2 workouts. Something you got to do. They're so boring because they go by so slow, but they are so freaking important, especially when you're trying to have that lower heart rate and be able to move faster. So that is a wrap on this run workout. Got some sun on my skin, got a good effort out there. I'm happy with that. By the way, 2 quick things. First, this was the whoop strain for today's run. Kind of blew my mind. I didn't think it was going to be that high, but it was definitely an intense workout, and now I kind of understand why I was cramping so bad at points and why it did feel like such a hard effort, because it was. And number 2, I just want to show you guys my badge of honor so far. Look at this. Look at that tan line, baby. Let's go. Me and my mom actually have this running joke. This has been a thing for a lot of my life, actually. I'm adopted, but my mom actually looks quite a bit like me, especially with like how dark she can get in the summers. And she always seems to get darker than me every summer. Even though I'm Mexican, she's technically Caucasian. She can get darker than me. But this year, I told her I'm coming for her because I noticed how dark I was getting so fast, spending so much time out in the sun, on the runs, on the bike, doing my thing. And she's lacking a little bit. She hasn't had as much freedom this summer so far. So I think I'm gonna get her this time. I'm excited. And this tan line is just, it's the badge of honor for me. Runners, show me your guys' runner's tan. I love this thing. It's the badge of honor. Had to show you guys. Okay, bye. All right, y'all, that is a wrap on the vlog. We are just gonna finish up with a clean eats meal and get to our rest and recovery. So I've been really enjoying my clean eats. I'm not sponsored by these guys. They are just actually, well, they're not local. They have like a nationwide chain, but they do have a local kitchen about 20 minutes from me, and I've enjoyed their meals so much. So I'm gonna have the Aloha barbecue chicken, but it's 365 calories, 4 grams of fat, 28 grams of protein, and 52 grams of carbs. The protein's a little bit low on some of these, like obviously 28. If you're like the normal run of the day person, that's fine, but I'm gonna need more than that. But I'll usually have like a 25 gram protein shake, like I had the bucked up one today. So then it kicks that up to over 50 grams of protein and 50 grams of carbs. In this case, I'll have a protein shake with it, and then it evens out fine. I'm mostly looking for a really good carb source without a lot of fats, and this is what provides it. And it just makes it so much easier not having to cook a variety of things like this. And it actually is a little bit cheaper than grocery shopping. It blows my mind still. That's why we started doing this. Saves time and money. So if you have clean eats around, check them out. I really do enjoy them. Throw some hot sauce, barbecue sauce on it, whatever. You got great macros. I've already seen my body trim up from it just from cleaning up the little bit of stuff that I wasn't even eating that bad before, but this stuff is just a lot better. So thank you guys for watching the vlog. Had a great workout. Had a great time with y'all today. Drop any comments, questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We're 23 days out. God bless you guys. I'll see you later.